Hi guys, Mew2king
and Salem.
and today is part 2 of our Smash Bros. Ultimate Top 10 Best Moves in the Game, and we're going to be starting with number 5. Number 5 will be Little Mac's Chao Punch. Now you might be thinking initially, wait, Little Mac's supposed to be the worst character in the game, which by the way I'm not even sure of, but he has one feature that's actually amazing, and that is Chao Punch. So that he has an opportunity to kill you around, let's say, 25%. And this isn't as strong in the air, although it still does good damage, but on the ground, this move comes out on frame 9. It never goes away unless you get hit, put into tumble. The only reason this is more balanced is because it's attached to a bad character.
For Ultimate, specifically, they made it so it hits, like, pretty much any of the side battlefield platforms, like, then almost the entire platform. So it's just like, you can't stand on those platforms and be okay. If the Mac gets the lead, it gets annoying because it's just like, okay, well, you have to go over there and that KO punch isn't going anywhere. So now you're going to have to gamble and just be like, okay, I have to make him either miss this KO punch, I have to put him in tumble, A or B. That's your options.
That move is why I'm not so sure about Little Mac being the worst character, because at any moment he can just win any match. Like, yeah, he's bad on average, but he always has the chance of winning, even if you know, like, the matchup. And then online, it's, like, even extra good. The move itself is a broken concept. It's just balanced because it's attached to a bad character. Number 4 would be Terry's when he's at over 100 damage into the go.
Terry's Buster Wolf is a little wild because this move can go through counters for some reason. And this move also has a heavy armor, so it requires about like 8% heavy armor, 8% damage to knockback
For the first
to
15
knock him
frames.
out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like, okay, well, he just armors through everything. But what this basically means is that you can't throw weak projectiles at him, and he can easily combo into this. So it's just like, oh, well, at any point in time, he could just throw this out. Of course, it has like a bunch of lag if you shield it, but it's just like, a lot of people play a lot of zoners, so it's not something that's like unrealistic. He can just be like, okay, well, that guy is camping me. He's probably gonna like shoot a pellet or throw a weak projectile at me. Let me just armor through that, hit him, and now he took 25%. But like higher percents, like around like 60 or 70, if they're near the sides, they just straight up die from that. And you have to take note that because you're at 100%, you have rage. So this is stronger than usual. This is stronger than usual, but it has all those uses on it. You basically have the option to B-reverse it, though it's not an actual B-reverse. So you can just do it in the opposite direction if they get behind you. So even if they like try and roll behind you, you can just do it the other direction and catch them. You can use it to catch people's landings. Like, you can use it to just beat moves. Like, you can use it for all kinds of things. And then, like I said, it kills early. And if your character is light, oh lord, that's crazy. The thing about that move is Terry kind of pulls back a little bit when he does this move. Like when he Buster Wolves, he pulls back a little bit. So let's say they do try to shield grab you or something, you can just pull back and dodge, and then you get to hit them with Buster Wolf anyway. So it has many uses. It's like there's so many ways to just use this move, and it just kills early, and it does like good damage, and it's like it makes Terry extremely fast because, like I said, he dashes way over there, and if it connects, he just hits you just straight up. I believe also a good part about it is it has a good hit detection. So let's say someone just a pixel of your leg gets tipped when you jump, it just is gonna connect, and the move is gonna continue, and he's gonna be like, Buster Wolf, and you just go flying. Like, it's just straight up. It's that type of move. So the move is really amazing. It's just literally the only weakness to it is that if they shield it, you're kind of screwed. And or if it randomly doesn't work, because sometimes when a person hits the ground, sometimes they just get hit by the move and they just get sent flying, but there's there's no Buster Wolf or anything. It's just they just get knocked away. Like sometimes you see that. It's really jank. It's probably something they should fix later, but that's a different story. But besides that, move's broken. Move's really broken.
Yeah, shielding it is pretty much the biggest weakness. It's just that shielding against Terry is maybe not the safest option because he has like up throw and down throw 50/50s on DI, as well as he can hit your shield and cancel into moves. So he's not a bad character against shields in general. But I mean, it is still a good option to like dash away shield and just bait out Terry's doing that. But he could just like call your bluff and slowly gain space, and now you're even more cornered than before. So it's kind of like you have to read each other's minds in order to like get the advantage. Like if they think they forgot about it or won't shield, you can just throw it out. But if you know they're scared of it, but you know that they're thinking that, you could just purposely not use it. But the fact that at any moment you could, because you're over 100 damage, they have to always be scared of that. And Terry's heavy, so he'll very frequently be living past 100. So he'll be able to use this rage attack the majority of his stocks. The number 3 most broken move in the game would be Warrior's down B, his fart, or more commonly known officially as his waft attack. Now, the waft attack is an extremely strong move that can kill you at mid%. Like if you're at 50%, you can just explode from the middle of the stage. If you're at 30% from the ledge, you can just die. This can be comboed into. It comes out on frame 9 fully charged, and it takes about 1 minute and 46 seconds in order to get. And that's assuming you don't do any bites or eating his bicycle or his motorcycle in order to get it even faster. So he'll get a fully charged waft after pretty much 1 minute and 46 seconds, and he can even keep it between stocks, which means he's usually going to get at least 2 wafts per match, which is extremely good. And that's like a minimum. If you're playing extremely campy, you can get maybe 3.
Yeah, that's the really broken thing about it. It's just like Wario's moves generally are good, and it's just like, okay, well, you can just wait. There's no reason not to wait. There's actually literally no reason not to wait with Wario, because like you can decide to fight them, which is like what some Warios like to do, but you don't have to commit at all because you get a top 3 move. You get a top 3 move, and that top 3 move has super armor in it, and it kills extremely early. And you have a bunch of moves that can combo into it, so it's very much worth just not doing anything, especially if you're just like fighting a campy character anyway. Like if you're fighting a campy character, you can just pick Wario, to be honest, and just be like, okay, well, you can have fun with that. I will just wait these few minutes and just get this waft and just kill you at like 50. And even then, the comeback factor on that is actually stupid if you have rage, because like you can actually deserve to death people if you do it right. Just because Wario with rage is a little crazy. It's just a little crazy. It's kind of like KO Punch, to be honest, but you don't lose it unless you use it. So there's nothing to worry about. And even if you use it, just take your time again, or to throw out a bike, eat it, or just like watch someone break your bike, eat the tires, or wait for them to throw out like an item projectile, eat the item. Like there's so many things you can do just to get wafted. So if you think about it, it's one of the most stupidest things ever, and unbalanced. It's one of the most stupid, unbalanced things, and people know about this and abuse this all the time. So that's how you know it's just like, okay, well, what do you do about this? Well, you kind of have to just beat him as fast as possible, to be honest. Like that's technically your best option.
And the fact that you get it over the passing of time means that Wario is actually encouraged to just like not interact and wait around. So he can just focus on protecting himself, which is like a really effective way to play. Like he can just focus his whole brain on the majority defensive evasive maneuvers, and you have to take a risk to attack him. And with his weight and combo ability and a good recovery as well, it's not like you're going to be gimping him often at low percents anytime soon anyway. He's usually going to get these multiple times of stock. He could, the fact that he always has these, he could just like, oh, there's not much time left on the clock. He could just go for a YOLO 50-50.
Yep.
Like, oh, I noticed that they always ledge jump after half a second on the ledge, or normal staying here. You just go for a hard read, and if you get it, great. And if you don't get it, it's not like you're going to die. It's not like missing a rest where you're just like, you're going to be definitely hit with a charge forward smash for missing. It's more like, oh, well, I missed. Well, time to wait around more. And that's just very effective in competitive Smash at top level.
And even then, that move has super armor. Again, that move has super armor. So even if they were to throw out a smash attack, guess what? You just blow that move up. You just blow that move up with them, and they die.
A good way to balance it, theoretically, would be to give him make it so the timer naturally takes a little bit longer, and make it kill a little bit later. But at the same time, like to encourage more engagement, reward the amount he gets from the bite. Like maybe make the bite on projectiles or biting somebody more rewarding, because that would encourage more interactions instead of just being so heavily reward for the non-interaction. But that's one of the reasons it's so good in general. And that concludes our part 2 of the Smash Bros. Ultimate Top 10 Moves. In our next video, we'll be going over the number 2 move. Thanks for watching. Before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you want to become a member and support us even more, please click on join. And a special shout outs to our level 3 members, Forward4D, Flawful1, Eganist, and Caucus Flow.
And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It should be in the description below.